Sharma. In the year 1959, I was employed as Assistant Public Prosecutor at Allahabad, Uttar Pradesh, India. I grew a deep anxiety to find the purpose of my life, and that was God. And I grew so very impatient that I wanted to renounce everything. And in that attempt, I renounced even taking cereals and all other things, in spite of the fact that I was serving as Assistant Public Prosecutor, a job of a legal practitioner serving for the UP government. So during that period, I was growing very much impatient, rather finding great disappointment in life and finding out some way out, some solution or some goal for my life. Then I was at Allahabad. Suddenly I received a transfer order from Allahabad to Hamirpur. I had never visited this place. When I inquired about it, I heard that it is surrounded from 3 sides by rivers, and it is a very odd place for a worldly comfortable life. So first I represented to the government to cancel the transfer, but it was a divine ordained event that I was ordered to proceed at once on transfer to this place. I came here and heard for the first the man who for the first time I came here by August 1960, and on coming here I was for the first time revealed the name of Meher Baba by an official who has very little acquaintance or knowledge about Meher Baba. But as soon as he told me the name of Meher Baba, one significant thing appeared before my vision was that Meher Baba, with folded hands, sitting on a sofa, appeared in my vision, whom I had never seen before, never heard before, never seen his picture or anything else. And there was no feeling whether he is the avatar or saint or whatever, no feeling. Simply he appeared in my vision as if just sitting just in front of me. And thereafter, through another man, I was introduced to Pukar. And Pukar told me, tried to convince me about Meher Baba's divinity. But I simply asked him not to give arguments for or against his divinity. I wanted him to narrate his story, how he lives, what he takes, how he works, and I said that I shall draw my own conclusions. You should not give any arguments in favor or against him. So he narrated the story of Pleader to me. Pleader. And thereafter I queried 3 straight questions to him. When narrating the story, Pukar said that once in a darshan program, when Meher Baba has allowed various lovers to come and touch his feet, but because of paucity of time, Meher Baba instructed that I am in all of you, and instead of you bowing down to me, I bow down to myself on your behalf. And this very much convinced me that such a convincing and such a conviction could be had by none else except the divine. The other thing which very much convinced me or attracted me rather was that he was touching the feet or bowing down before the lepers, the poor, downtrodden, and serving him like Francis Brevajón. So this convinced me very much, and I got curious to know more about him. So I said to Pukar, if there is any authoritative book on and about Meher Baba. So he handed me over God Speaks. By coincidence, the day he gave me the book, immediately after, by coincidence, there was a Diwali holidays of 8 days. So during that 8 days of period, I confined myself into my residential house here in Hamirpur itself, and got the house closed from outside, and I observed silence, seclusion, and of course I was not taking cereals those days, so I collected some dry fruits and remained confined in that house on fruits and reading that God Speaks. When I finished the work in about a week and I came out, I was fully convinced that the author of this work could be none else than the divine. And I was fully convinced of the authorhood of Meher Baba. And since that day, I started even giving my own talks by Meher Baba, conducting and all these meetings and other things, and of course contacting so many persons to know and come to the fold of Avatar Meher Baba. That was the time when I was told that Meher Baba has said that he is going to seclusion from 1st of July 1960, and he will come out of the seclusion when he breaks his silence. Through some source I came to know that Baba said that those who come into my contact prior to my manifestation will be the chosen ones, and the whole world will gather together, will rush up towards me after I manifest my divinity. So I grew very much anxious to find any opportunity where I could be able to contact him prior to his manifestation. So I was very much worried and anxious to come to his fold. It was significant year because Pukar had arranged different Meher functions named as Meher Melas at 8 different places in this very district in November 1960. And those 8 places were this very Hamirpur, then Meherpuri was not there, Hamirpur, then Ingota, then another place Meherastana, Mahoba, Kulpahar, Rahat, Panwadi and Nauranga. On all these 8 places, some functions were organized. And distinguished lovers known as Jalbhai, Dr. G.S.N. Murthy, Dr. Husang Bhaducha, Pandurang Shastri Goswami, Madhusudan, Rajnikant Upadhyay of Jabalpur, and various other lovers had gathered, and that was a very significant occasion. So I took leave from my office and attended all those functions at the 8 places. And I was told by one of them that on 4th of December 1960, Jal wrote me that I should not worry, he will be seeing Baba on 25th and shall be having a reference about me and sending a word to me. On 31st of December, he wrote a letter to me that he saw Baba on 25th, placed the reports of the functions, and he showed my photo to Baba and placed my 2 letters before him. And Baba gestured that he should not worry, be happy and contented. I have my nazar on him. One day I shall call him of my own accord after the present phase of seclusion is over. This letter was received to me in the first week of January 1961, and I was very much pleased. I received a thrill, something like an electric shock to me as soon as I got that letter, and I got further curious to see Baba. After some time in April 1961, a circular was received that Baba will be giving his darshan for 1 hour every day from 15th of May to up till 31st of May from 3 p.m. to 4 p.m. And there were various instructions in the name of restrictions that nobody should come to ask questions with Baba. Nobody should garland him. Nobody should give any present to Baba. Nobody should give any money to Baba. Nobody should try to seek any private interview with Meher Baba. These were the instructions with all a long list of instructions that circular was received. And at the house of a local lover here, I was just visiting, and I was having a Baba talk. It was April, and Pukar came with that circular and told me, Sharma, there is a good news for you. I said, what is that? So he said, Baba is giving his darshan from 15th. I was really very, very happy to hear it. And immediately I made all arrangements. I took 15 days of leave and started from here with a group of 19 persons on 12th of May 1961 for Baba's darshan. We started our train journey from Jhansi and reached at 12 noon at Pune railway station. As soon as we were getting down from the train, it was 14th of May and the darshan was to commence from the next day. But Bhausar, a local Baba lover of Pune and a prominent worker of Pune center, came and informed our group that all of you are called by Baba at 4 p.m. on that very day at Guru Prasad, where Baba will be holding a special meeting. So I was really very much pleased because we were not due to reach on 14th. The darshan was to commence on the next day from 15th. So the whole of our group of 19 persons came just in front of Pune railway station, where there was a dharamshala retreat, and we tried to stay there. But the keeper of dharamshala those days was not very much favorable to Meher Baba, so he didn't give us any accommodation and kept us waiting up till 1 o'clock. And when he finally refused that he could not accommodate us, so we had to take the luggage of all those persons on 2 tongas. So myself with 2 others, took the luggage to a distant place, a hotel, and I asked the rest 16 persons to proceed to Guru Prasad, where we were required to assemble at 4 p.m. When I reached the hotel with that luggage, it was raining cats and dogs. And surprisingly, it was a month of May, a very hot season, where there was no possibility of any rain. But after 2 p.m., it was raining very heavily. And when I reached the hotel manager and approached him, he said that the room he was going to give us is not vacant till then. And he asked us to put the luggage in the veranda of the hotel and assured us to give the room in the evening. So I put the entire luggage there and tried to come back, but it was so heavily raining and water flowing over the streets that it was not possible to travel. The rickshaws and all the conveyances were stopped. So the 2 of our companions were sent to Guru Prasad on a 2-seater rickshaw. I was left alone. Then somehow Ramakrishnan and Bhausar came there, and they took me up to the railway station, where from I got a conveyance and reached Guru Prasad. And it was just 5 minutes to go for 4 p.m., the appointed time when we were required to be there. And I asked if something happened till then. So I was told that in the meantime, Baba had simply inquired whether all those persons had come or not. But till then, Baba had not allowed anyone to enter inside. And as soon as I reached there, 2 or 3 minutes after, all of us were asked to come inside. So that was the Guru Prasad. And Guru Prasad, in the middle hall was the biggest room where Baba usually used to give his darshan. And the side room towards the left was there where we were required to get in. I went inside and saw that Baba was sitting on one side of the room on a chair, putting on his white gown from neck to feet. And he was looking like a very pious personality. The exact idea which I had in my mind could not came to my recollection. So I felt as if Baba had not put this question to me. And immediately Baba got up and asked all of us to come to the hall, and avoided an opportunity for the reply of that question to which I was hesitating. And then we came to the hall. And by then Baba went in the inner room, and he wore that red coat, that pink color coat, and again came in the hall. And Baba was sitting on that sofa, and in the very fashion in which he had appeared in my first vision when I heard of him, and he appeared before me even when I had never seen him before. So thereafter Baba again pointed to me and again got my introduction, and again I was introduced by Pukar that he is Shalig Sharma, Assistant Public Prosecutor, Hamidpur. So Baba put a straight question to me, what do you want? So I said that, Baba, I want to be absolutely true to my surrenderance to Baba. And this comes in the reference that in between my coming into contact with the lovers here and my going to see Baba, I had an occasion to attend a Baba function at Bhopal in February 1961. So during that function time, I had sent a greeting telegram to Baba. Baba, by your mercy, I surrender myself to you as birthday greetings. This was the telegram which I had sent to Baba. So when Baba put a question to me, what do you want? With that very reference, I straight away answered to him that, Baba, I want to be absolutely true to that surrenderance. And Baba responded, till then, no such person has been available. And now the conditions are such that I myself am thinking to surrender before the world. So I was a bit perplexed to hear it. And after giving a gap, querying other things from other persons, he again contacted me and asked, do you know what is the difficulty in surrenderance? Baba said, it is the mind. He gave a simile that if there is a compact wood, a log, and if you beat it, you won't get any sound. If you hollow the wood from inside and make it a tabla, an instrument, and if you play over it, it will be giving very good sound. So Baba said, you have to get vacated from inside. That is the hindrance in the surrenderance. And then Baba asked Alova to narrate a couplet of Hafiz. And he said, why do you want the surrenderance? If you get it, you become useless for the world. And he asked Alova, Ali Akbar, to recite that couplet. That couplet of Hafiz I don't recollect, but the meaning behind was that since the time my eyes met his eyes, and I met his eyes, I became useless for the world. So Baba said, why do you want it? If you want it, you shall become useless for the world. I said, Baba, I have seen the world, and I don't want anything else except that, and I want to be useless to the world. So Then Baba inquired about my family, children, and Pukar responded that Baba, of course he is having his wife and children, but he feels indifferent to his family life. So Baba inquired me if my wife is opposed to Baba. I said no, Baba, but she could not avail the opportunity of coming over here for Baba's first darshan. Then Baba inquired, Baba said, what you are asking for, if you get it, what else remains in the world? So I said, Baba, that I don't know, but that is the only thing I want. So then Baba gestured to Irach that now you say something from the core of your heart, something which you want very much, very deep to your heart, some such thing, exact words I don't remember. But the meaning behind was that something which I have very deep within me and consider to be most important should be revealed then. So my throat, I grew very much pathetic and said that Baba, if you want me to give me complete surrenderance, give me your shelter and give me the capacity for the same. And immediately Baba raised his hands like this, and there was a great loud thunder-like noise and some lightning, and Baba said, God heard your voice and everything is granted to you, and this thunder is a seal by God. And that was the best time in my life. I was filled with thrills. I was totally satisfied with the goal of my life, and I felt that whatever I was anxious to get in life, I got then. And when thereafter Baba was himself very happy, I was very much happy, Baba was very much happy. Both were very, very happy, and the children has arranged a very short drama about the different avatars. One boy was acting as Jesus, the other as Rama, Krishna, Buddha, Muhammad, and one Meher Baba himself, one of the boys. And Baba enjoyed that drama very much because he was very much overjoyed. And after singing of the Aarti, when I was coming out, Bhau Kalchuri told me it was Sharma's day. And then on the next usual day, when I had to avail Baba's darshan, I was in the queue. And when I reached near Baba, Baba embraced me, and when Baba touched me like this and just embraced me, his very touch gave me a electric-like shock, which I never felt in my life. And it was only while meeting Baba for the first time. Subsequently, I saw Baba on different occasions, had the occasion to embrace him, but thereafter I never got a shock. But my first meeting with Baba, touching him, gave me an electric-like shock. And then Baba just smiling at my face without speaking anything made me feel that he is saying, are you now satisfied? And I said, yes, Baba, I am fully satisfied. And Baba gave me the prasad of 5 chocolates. I held them, and as soon as I came out of the queue and opened my palm, I found that only 4 remained and 1 disappeared. So I was worried as if I lost it somewhere or where it had gone. So I just took the 4th one, and I was little worried about the fifth one. And when I came to my resting place and I unfolded my bedding, I found that one chocolate was there. So I very much thanked Baba for having given me back that lost chocolate, and I took that also. And that was my first meeting with Baba. Instruction during this darshan program were also that one who comes to see Baba during that fortnight should not come to see him again. He should avail darshan only for one day. So my darshan was already over, and that instruction was that no outsider should stay at Pune more than 3 days. So I had to go back. But on 15th itself, Baba made errors to give another announcement that those who are prepared today may come again on 31st of May. So I returned back on 15th night, and I extended my leave and again went back from here and reached there in the night of 20. While proceeding to Pune, our train, the Delhi-Bombay Express, Pathankot Delhi-Bombay Express got derailed, and 2 of the wheels of our own bogie got out of the track. And it was by Baba's grace that somehow the train could not upturn, and ultimately the train could not proceed further. Another train had to be sent by the railway authorities, and by the other train we travelled. And next day morning, Baba unusually called us again. Those who were travelling by that train and due to that accident could not reach the earlier evening. So when in the morning we reached, Baba inquired from different persons of our group what feeling they had when they come to notice this train accident. He also inquired me, and I said, Baba, firstly, when the wheels came on the concrete, leaving the rail, the concrete was getting up like dust, and I was surprised what it is. When the train stopped and I came down and saw the whole thing, I was surprised what a great thing has happened. So Baba said all those that it is good, even if by this accident, if you could remember me by heart, it is fortunate. And then Baba inquired me, now are you getting all the cases prosecuted by you acquitted? मैंने कहा, no Baba, how are you doing the cases? So I said, Baba, I don't know who is guilty, who is innocent. However, I am trying to get persons properly prosecuted, which is one of my official duties. So Baba said, yes, try to see that a guilty man is punished and an innocent man is acquitted. I said, Baba, how could I know who is innocent and who is guilty? So Baba said, whatever your heart says, act accordingly. And Baba gave me 3 specific instructions. He said to me that carry out your duties 100% honestly. He said, see me in everyone. I am in the criminal, I am in the judge, I am in the liar, I am in everyone. So I said, Baba, I do try, but I have not that sight wherefrom I could see you in everyone. Baba said, don't worry. When the time comes, I will make you. Baba said, you should see me in every one. So I questioned, Baba, I have not that sight so that I could see you in every one. Baba said, don't worry. when I would like, I would make you see in a split of a second. And the third thing Baba said, that don't worry. Don't worry for anything. And Baba said, even if you can't do it, even don't worry for that even. So these were the instructions given by Baba. Thereafter, I had the opportunity to be called for the East-West gathering. I was present throughout the East-West gathering. I was also given a volunteer's duty to arrange for the visitors, to the Easterners, to come in, Easterners and Westerners, to come in and have their seats properly and avail Baba's darshan. And this way, I was myself doing a duty, Baba's worker's duty, having a batch for Baba's worker, and at the same time waiting for my turn to see Baba. First day I could not get the opportunity, second day, third day, fourth day morning, I had the good fortune to embrace Baba, garland him and receive prasad from his hands. So this way I could see Baba in the East-West gathering along with my family and children. Thereafter, in the year 1963, when Baba again called the Easterners and availed his darshan only on Sunday. So I reached there on 25th of May 1963, and I was detained there by Baba for 16 days and allowed his darshan for 14 days. During that 14 days of time, when Dr. K. Moore had also come. And Baba, during those days, were giving several things. He said that he was having a new world in his womb, and he was very much suffering physically, mentally and spiritually. He said that when he will break the silence and deliver the new world, he shall be relieved of all suffering and pain, and everyone will be overjoyed. So during that time also Baba used to say that there are 18,000 planets having human habitation. Baba said that science will make tremendous progress in the coming future, and anti-God element will also grow and reach its zenith. But Baba said that the human beings who are trying to know something about the planets having human habitation, man will be able to discover 2 or 3 planets. And then Baba said that my manifestation will take place. And when my manifestation, when Baba's manifestation takes place, man will come to know his limitations, and man will know that he knows nothing. And Baba said that that anti-God element will vanish, and people will become God-minded. So during that period also, one day a Justice Khillani, a judge of the Ahmednagar Sessions Court, was also present. Baba inquired from him if he has the power to inflict death sentence on someone. He said, yes, Baba, he has the authority to impart death sentence. So Baba inquired, do you pass correct judgments? He said, yes, Baba. So immediately Baba inquired from his wife, who was sitting on the other corner, does he beat you? And she said, yes, Baba. And immediately Baba inquired from me, do you discharge your duties 100% honestly? I said, Baba, I can't say so. Baba said, what is the difficulty? I said, Baba, right from an ordinary peon up till the judge who is to pass the judgments, there are various factors who get attached or rather prejudiced somehow or the other. And I think that in so many cases, justice is very rarely done. And when justice is not done, I feel that I could not discharge my duties in prosecuting or handling a criminal case properly. So Baba put another question, do you take money as bribe? No, Baba. Baba said, don't worry, continue doing it for 10 months. And that was the time when Baba used to say that he will break his silence after 10 months. That was the time when Baba was saying like that. And so in the year 1963, such things happened. At that time, Baba also said the mistakes committed by the avatars. He said in each avataric period, he had to commit a mistake also, perhaps to act the part of imperfection in perfection, to make perfect. So he said that while Rama, he denounced Sita, while Krishna, he showed his physical form, great form to Arjuna, to convince his divinity, which he should not have done. In Jesus' time, he said, while embracing the cross, "Oh God, you have forsaken me." That was taken to be by a mistake. At the time of Muhammad, I don't recollect the exact words, but to my mind it was that he didn't declare his avatarhood. That was a mistake committed in the times of Muhammad. Regarding Buddha's time, he said that he revealed his status up to nirvana, that is annihilation, and not life after death, which is known as baka. He revealed up to fana, that is nirvana, but not life after death, that is known as baka. That was the mistake at the time of Buddha. Regarding Zoroaster, he said that at that time Zoroaster was stabbed. So one who has stabbed him, Zoroaster put out his rosary and threw over that man. And since it was the rosary of the divine avatar, it becomes like flames and burnt that man. So Baba said that at that time this should not have been done, because it was something could be sensed as anger, which should not have been done. So regarding his mistake of this avatarhood, he said that this he will reveal when he comes after 700 years again. He didn't reveal that during that time. So in the course of that one of those visits of mine, what happened one day, that a philosopher of Pune came to see Baba, and he narrated his story and said, Baba, he is greatly exalted and feeling some miracles. So Baba said, how? He said that once he was declared as insane and he was going to a mental hospital. He got a permission for that, but instead of going to the mental hospital, he came to Meher Baba. And when he came to Meher Baba gave him certain instructions, which include that about midnight he should repeat Baba's name for a fixed number of times. He was doing this for some time. One day what happened, that he felt some light, some songs in his ears, some visions and some exaltations, some such things he vividly disclosed to Baba and said, Baba, he is greatly exalted and spiritually benefited. Baba said, my dear, don't try to narrate this story to anyone. This is no exaltation, no spiritual upliftment. This is simply hallucination. And the spiritual field of life, such miracles and feelings carry very little weight or no weight at all. And Baba again instructed him to repeat his name for a fixed number of times, instructing that he should not feel exalted by these miracles. And so in one of my those sittings, Dr. Kenmure was there. When Dr. Kenmure came there, Baba said to him, Harry, I am not only in everything. Harry, remember, I am everything. Should I close here? Harry, I am not only everything, I am everything. And that time, Harry Kenmure was staying in Pune Club. So one fine evening, myself and Dr. Hushang Bhaducha went to see Kenmure. And Dr. Bhaducha narrated my story to Kenmure about my surrenderance to Baba. Kenmure said that if Sharma ji had previous acquaintances, he could simply ask Baba desirelessness. So I was not impressing anything about what I had asked for. The very next day, when both of us, myself and Kenmure, were in Baba's presence, Baba said, Harry, do you know what is known by surrenderance? Surrenderance is the greatest gift of all achievements. It is greater than even God realization. And this way, surrenderance, which was somehow underestimated by Kenmure the previous day, was rightly explained by Baba the very next day. And thus, there were so many events during those 14 days of program. During that period, Baba was very, very happy. Every day a new singer used to come, some Indian singer, some instrument player, and Baba used to rejoice very much. And it was during that very period when Begum Akhtar, a famous ghazal and Thumri singer of India, was allowed by Baba to come and sing before him for 3 days. So Baba was saying that in the course of those singing, rejoicing and all that, he was preparing himself to be in a mood to break his silence soon. And this way, I had the opportunity to avail his darshan for 14 days in 1963. And lastly, in the year 1965, Baba again allowed us for 5 days of his darshan. In May 65, one day at Pune Center and 4 days at Guru Prasad. On all the 4 or 5 days, Baba was totally different. Much in contrast with his previous darshan programs, where Baba used to appear very happy, very joking, chatting, joking with all humor, with all glory. He used to glance his sight on each and every one. But in this 1965 darshan, he was totally different. He was totally serious. Most of the time he kept his eyes closed. And at times he used to ask Erach and Bhaducha to come nearer, and putting his both hands on his shoulder, he used to get up and just used to sign like this, as if he was showering his grace on the audience, big audience of lovers sitting before him. And at other times, in most of the darshan programs, he used to close his eyes and just make such gestures as if he was taking out the blood from his heart and sprinkling over the lovers sitting in front of him. And he was doing this repeatedly, which we had never seen previously. And mostly in previous darshan programs, when I saw Baba, he was enjoying music, he was enjoying jokes, talks. But in this 1965 darshan programs, which was the last one, he was very, very serious, totally indifferent to enjoy any music. Rather, the musicians who used to sit mostly near Baba were not allowed in this 1965 darshan program to be near him. Rather, Madhusudans and other persons' separate dais was made at a distance on one side, and they were singing their and Baba was totally indifferent, mostly closing his eyes and sprinkling something from the very core of his heart. And I want to narrate one specific sentence which Baba had narrated in 1963 Darshan programs. Baba had said once that what God has preordained for the avatar has given. To some he has given the blood of his heart, and to some he has given the cup of wine. And this happened at a time when more and more newcomers were coming, and Baba had gestured to Irach and others, why don't you know my burden? Why are you bringing so many persons day by day and every day? And in the course of one of such occasions, he had uttered like that. So this was thereafter the 1965 darshan was the last darshan physically, and thereafter I had another opportunity when Baba has dropped his physical body. It was the first day of February 1969 when I had usually gone to attend my office. Then I was posted at Allahabad as Assistant Public Prosecutor. From the next day, 2nd of February 1969, I had to perform my election duties because the general elections of my office, I was informed by one of my colleagues that he heard on the radio that Meher Baba dropped his physical body. I just confirmed it from the PTI, and when I came to know that the news was correct, I immediately proceeded to my superior officer and applied for 5 days leave. And of course the leave was difficult because I had to perform the election duty, which could not easily be changed, as some suitable substitute had to be found out. But somehow I said that Avatar Meher Baba has dropped his physical body, and he is my spiritual master, and I have definitely to go and participate in his last rites. So he sanctioned me the leave. Immediately I went to my residence, took my luggage, went to the railway station, got the train somehow, reservation, everything within no time. And I came next day on 2nd to the Manmad railway station, where from I reached Meherabad in the night between 2nd and 3rd of February. And on 3rd morning, I reached Meherabad and had another opportunity to be able to see Baba last time from 3rd of February to 7th, up till 7th, when Baba was interned in the tomb. And at that particular time, to my recollection, the Rick brothers, Rick Chapman, Alan Cohen, all these persons had arrived. And I witnessed that entire scene of these ice slabs being taken out and the box being brought in, the body being covered, and the earth being poured over it, and the tomb being covered and being garlanded, and the scene, the divine scene in the God in human form coming to our vision and disappearing from my vision on the 7th of February 1967 happened. And here I close. In 1963, one day Baba introduced me to Dr. Kane Moore, and giving my introduction, he said that he is my ardent lover, Shalig Sharma. He had left taking cereals for me. He had taken 2 months long leave to come over here on foot right from Hamirpur to this place. So I got curious because when I had left taking cereals for a period of for about a year, I had not heard about Meher Baba. And in my very first darshan, why I had stopped. In my very first darshan, Baba had inquired why I had left taking cereals. And then I was not perfectly recollecting it, so Baba had avoided the answer of that question. While introducing me to Dr. Kenmure, he himself gave a reply to that question and said that he had left taking cereals for me. And when I heard it from Baba, I came back and rediscovered from my diaries the exact feelings when I had stopped taking cereals. And on one of the pages I discovered that it was written by me that I am stopping taking cereals up till I discover God, if there is any God. And for that search I had stopped taking cereals, and that search was completed when I had the good fortune to come into contact of Baba. And Baba said to Kenmure that he started taking cereals when I sent a telegram to him. That too gave me another information that the telegram which I had received from Adi was owned by Baba, and Baba said that I had sent the telegram on which he started taking the cereals. During that darshan programs, Baba also inquired me once what I want, and I said, Baba, I don't want anything, I simply want Baba and nothing else. So Baba said, wait for 10 months. That was the time when Baba used to say that he will break his silence in 10 months, he will manifest after 10 months, so on. So this way Baba gave me that instruction also, to wait for 10 months to find Baba, to see Baba. During my 14 days of stay in 1963, I was staying at a railway quarter. So Baba had different kinds of gathering. Some persons were allowed to see him every day in a week. Some were allowed to see him only on Sundays. Some were allowed to see him on Saturday and Sunday. So when I had reached on 25th of May 1963, I was instructed by Baba to see him on Sundays. Next day I was allowed to come again. I went on Monday. On Tuesday also I was allowed, and Wednesday was a gap. On Thursday I had come with a companion right up to the Guru Prasad gate and had went away. Baba inquired from that gentleman, has Shaligram Sharma come with you up till the gate? That man said, yes, Baba. Baba inquired from Nafde, DY Nafde of Bhopal Center, whether Shaligram Sharma had come with you up to the gate. Nafde nodded yes. Then Baba said, why did you not bring him inside? So he said, Baba, he went back saying that he had no permission of Baba to come there, so he is going back. So Baba sent him back to search me out and bring me immediately. Nafde came to the railway station where I was very much perplexed and gloomy. He said, Baba wants you at once. So I went there, and Baba asked me to bow down to his feet. And I was fortunate to bow down to his feet, kiss his holy feet, palm and everything. And Baba embraced me and said that I must come on Friday, Saturday and Sunday. So since that day, I started coming on those days. Then in the next week, I was allowed to come on Monday, then on Tuesday, again Wednesday was a gap, and on Thursday I again came right up to the gate and went back. Baba again inquired that man if Sharma had come up to the gate. He said, yes, Baba. Why did you not bring him in? Baba immediately sent a car and him to bring me immediately back. So he came to the railway quarters where I was staying, and he said, Baba wants you immediately. He took me there, and again Baba embraced me like anything, asked me to bow down again to his feet, and said, now you come every day. And Baba said, up to what day you are staying? Anka Baba, up to 9th June, as instructed by Baba. Baba said, no, you stay up to 10th. And up to 10th, Baba detained me there and allowed me to have his darshan every day. And during that 14 days of darshan program, Baba used to give various discourses, instructions, and was enjoying the singing and all that. And he was in a very, very happy mood and gave me so many things. At times Baba said, if you are awake at night, if you don't get sleep, then repeat my name. And again instructed me, no, don't worry, be happy, and said that he will enable me to see Baba after 10 months. So at an early age of 14 years, I had a strong feeling of renouncing the world, taking it to be an... At an early age of 14 years, I had a strong feeling of renouncing the world, feeling it to be an illusion and an affair of disappointment. So I resolved, and ultimately with some holy books, Gita and Ramayana and a rosary, I left my home and started towards Delhi in a train starting from Jhansi. So it was a big compartment, and on one corner of the compartment I was sitting lonely. A blind, saintly personality with glooming eyes, with shining face and long hair. Later when I came to see Baba, much resembling him, came in that very compartment. Of course he was blind and could not see me of what age I am, but he came straight away to me, sat opposite to my seat, and inquired from me, boy, where are you going? I replied, Baba, I am going to the Himalayas, to Badrinath. I said, Baba, I am going to the Himalayas, renouncing the world, and particularly to Badrinath, a place of great pilgrimage and piety for the Indian people. So he inquired from me, what will you gain there? He said that there are so many old customs, even so many sins are being committed there in these pilgrimage centers. So what will you get there? You won't get your desired aim. He instructed me to go back and assured me that with these feelings you are sure to get God even in your family life. And thus he persuaded me to this extent that he made me get down at Agra railway station. And from there I came back, and subsequently when I came in Baba's contact and I recollect the appearance of that blind saintly personality, I fully find a great resemblance between him and Baba, and I am convinced that it was none else but Baba himself, and it may make me feel that he was with me right from my very childhood, when I never heard of him, when I never knew him, as was subsequently confirmed by his reappearance in my vision when I first heard of him, as I have previously narrated before you.